Well, hello there. I am Tonya Poole. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is all about manifesting what you want. So for those of you who follow my channel, who are subscribed here, you know that this past Sunday, February 16th, the topic of this week's pick a card reading was all about how to manifest what you want, utilizing all of the current energy that we are all experiencing at this time. And I'm also offering a discount on my audio class, the 9 Keys to Manifesting What You Want. And so I figured, let me just come on and talk a little bit more about what is manifestation. What is this all about? Because we hear that word a lot. And I'm not sure that everybody is sure on exactly what it is and how then to, once you know what it is, how to intentionally manifest what you want consistently time and time again. And so today's very quick class is all about what is manifestation. And so we're going to go ahead and get into it. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel. If you are not subscribed, you know how to just hit the subscribe button and to get the notifications when I upload new videos, and then also to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Those links are down below. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I am Tonya Poole, and I am the author of The Magic of Self-Love. Now, this video was not about The Magic of Self-Love or that book, but you can definitely purchase it down below. I always offer like shameless plugs in my videos. I'm not ashamed of it. But but I'm talking about The Magic of Self-Love, or I'm bringing it up here because a lot of times you will see my book in the background, and you'll see this, my version of painting the cover. I'm not an artist, but the artist who designed my cover, we did a paint party and we all got to paint the cover of the book. And so that's my attempt at my own cover of my book. But I'm talking about it here because the book itself is an example of manifestation. It was an idea that I had and something that I said out loud to a group of people. And after making that declaration that I wanted to create this book, about a year later, it was published. And it probably would not have even taken a whole year, but I had to kind of overcome my own doubts and fears and obstacles, self-imposed obstacles, to bring it from a dream into manifested reality. And so I'm using that as an example because there are 3 things that we're going to talk about, or that I'm going to share in this video, which is what exactly is manifestation. And then the first thing that everybody must do, we all must do when we want to manifest a thing into our lives, and we want to convert something from just a vision in our head to a physical reality. And then I will talk about the primary job or the primary work that you must do after you do that very first thing. And so what is manifestation? Manifestation, in a nutshell, is increasing what you already are or what you already have. Okay? So manifestation is increasing what you already are or what you already have. I have in my notes here that it's what you feel and believe that you're actually multiplying. And so let me explain what that means. So if you think of manifestation as just multiplying or increasing what you already have or what you already are, that can be kind of discouraging, right? Because you may look at your current situation or what's going on in your life, and you're saying, Tonya, if I'm going to multiply what I already have, I don't want more of what I already have, because what I already have, I don't want anymore. I want to change it into something else, right? And so the idea of manifestation, sure, is about changing a circumstance or bringing something new into your reality, or changing a current circumstance. But when I say that manifestation at its core, though, is about increasing or multiplying or duplicating what you already have, is not the physical thing that you are duplicating. It's the feeling and the belief that you are duplicating. So for example, when I decided I wanted to publish, write a book, The Magic of Self-Love, and to publish it, that was a manifestation. I wanted to create something that was up here into something that could be held, physically in one's hand and to actually read it. So I had to multiply what was up here. I had to multiply the belief and the feeling of the vision that I had for this book. So I wasn't multiplying not having a book, right? When I didn't have a physical, tangible, published book, I didn't want to manifest that because that would just keep manifesting nothing, right? But what I was manifesting was, or increasing or duplicating, was the belief and the feeling of the vision of this book. And so when you are striving to manifest something, you are really recreating or duplicating your belief and your feeling. And so that's why a lot of times people continue to manifest what they don't want, because what they're believing and what they're feeling is a lot of doubt, is a lot of unbelief, it's a lot of fear, it's a lot of I can't have it, sort of feeling. And so what happens then what is manifested is a repeat of that. Oh, you don't have it? Okay, here's more not having it. Oh, you don't, have that book? Okay, here's more of not having that book. So you have to begin to believe and to feel the desired outcome that you're wanting, which means you kind of have to ignore reality, right? I had to ignore the fact at the time that I didn't have a published book called The Magic of Self-Love, because I had to already envision and then therefore believe and feel that I had this book. And so manifesting is only multiplying what you believe and what you feel. That's it. Manifesting is multiplying what you believe and what you feel. And so if you are looking at your life and you're looking at specifically the patterns of your life and what keeps repeating and what keeps coming up, it's because it's an outcome or a reflection of what you believe and what you feel consistently. So in order to intentionally manifest, because we're all manifesting, you and I are constantly manifesting whether we know it or not. We are constantly transforming that which is not seen into the seen world, right? We're constantly doing that. But in order to do it with more intention and with more consistent results, we have to become more consistent in what we are believing and what we are feeling. We have to have a clear vision and then have clear beliefs and clear feelings that are in line with what we are saying that we're wanting, because it's your beliefs and your feelings, your true beliefs about what you're wanting, and your true feelings and emotions about what you're wanting that will manifest in your life. So the first thing is that, you manifest, you multiply. Manifestation is basically multiplying what you believe and what you feel. Okay. And so the first thing that we all must do, the very first thing that we all must do when we are moving into intentionally creating and manifesting the lives that we desire for ourselves, is that we have to make a decision. We have to make a decision. And I actually talk about this in my audio class, The 9 Keys to Manifesting What You Want, because a decision is imperative. A decision is imperative when you are wanting to intentionally manifest. Again, we're all just kind of manifesting, based on random thoughts that go unchecked and random beliefs that go unchecked. But to intentionally manifest, we have to make clear decisions. And there is a difference between a decision and identifying what you want, right? So for example, I can identify that I want a cheeseburger, right? I can say in my brain, oh, I want a cheeseburger. But if I don't actually get up and drive to the store, go to the grocery store, buy the ingredients, or go to a restaurant that serves it, then me making that declaration of what I am wanting, or me just kind of identifying what I want, is not the same as making a decision to have it. So a lot of times we mistake identifying what we want for making a decision to have it. And they're not the same thing. All of us can think of 10 things right now that in a perfect world we want, that we could, if everything was right and perfect, that we would automatically have in our lives. But the difference between identifying what you want and actually making a decision for what you want is that a decision doesn't care if you know how to get it, if you have the money, if you have the right connections, if whatever. When you make a decision, usually that decision is comes before even all of the resources are in place. When you decide that, for example, you want to go to college, you may not know how you're going to pay for it. You may not have all of the scholarships money received yet. You may not even have your acceptance letter to school yet. But that decision is like a line in the sand in the universe, and that it then begins to bring all of the resources to you, and the how to, or the steps in order to get accepted to college, and then what scholarships to apply for in X, Y, and Z, then become apparent to you only after you make the decision. You cannot expect everything to move on your behalf before you have made a decision on what you want. And a lot of times that's what we do. We say, well, I will only decide that for certain when I know for sure I can have it. When really it's your decision that you will have it, that you do indeed already have it, is the thing that opens the door for everything that you need to then fall into place. So don't just identify what you want, make a decision to actually have it. And then after that, and lastly, about manifestation that I'll talk about today, is what our primary job is after we have made that decision. And it is really to align to it, which kind of goes back to the first thing that I talked about what exactly a manifestation is, which is only multiplying who and what you already are, or what you already have, right? And so you align to the decision that you made by transforming your beliefs. That any beliefs that are contradicting that, you discard them because you've made a decision. So it really, any counter beliefs to that no longer are valid. Even if your past life has reflected the counter beliefs, and so you can justify it by saying, for example, oh, I want to go to school and I tried last time and I didn't get the money in time, so it didn't work, X, Y, and Z. But the point is that once you make a decision, your primary job is to align your feelings and your beliefs to that decision. You cannot afford to still have beliefs that are counter to the thing that you have decided to have. As a matter of fact, the decision itself will eliminate any counter beliefs that you may have. And so when I made the decision to write a book, I couldn't, say, well, I've never actually published this kind of book before. Is this even possible? And everything that goes into that. The decision itself eliminated any beliefs that were counter to that. And every time, the reason why, like I stated earlier, the reason why it took a whole year to actually pull it together wasn't because I was in deep research on writing this book and everything like that. Good portions of that year were, dealing with beliefs and false beliefs and having to shut them down. And so, but the moment you clear up any negative beliefs or unbeneficial beliefs to your decision, the moment you make your decision the priority and you align your beliefs and your feelings to that, then the less time it will actually take for your desire to manifest to you, because you won't be drowning in the sea of doubts and fears and unbelief and all of that sort of thing. So your only job after making that decision is to not counteract it or go against it with beliefs that don't match it, with feelings that don't match it. You have to already feel like a published author. You have to already feel like a college student. You already have to feel like a successful entrepreneur. You already have to feel like a loving mother, a loving father. You have to already feel and be and become that person within yourself, even while the outer conditions are still not reflecting that back to you. Your outer conditions are waiting for you inwardly to align to it. And one of the quotes that I actually have in my book is that right now I am the woman who deserves to live outwardly the life that I desire and envision inwardly. And so I offer that affirmation to you, whether you're a man, woman, however you identify, right now I am the person who deserves to live outwardly the life that I envision and desire inwardly. When your inward self is clear about what you want and you've made a decision, and in your mind, no matter what's going on in your life, you live as though you are already that person, then the outer conditions will have to reflect that back to you. And then the ideas will come. Then you'll know who to talk to. Then you'll know what resources to turn to, because you have already become that person. All right. So that is it for my short discussion today on manifestation. I highly encourage that I invite you and highly encourage you to click the link down below to download the 9 keys to manifesting what you want. Until February 22nd, it will be on a sale. This is a class that I actually taught last year, and a lot of people asked for me to make it available again. So I chose to do that. I decided to do that. And so it is available as at the moment that I'm filming this for only $9.99. After February 22nd, it will go back to its regular price of $19.99, and then it might actually go away shortly after that. So even at its full price of $19.99, it is still a 1-hour class all about manifesting what you want, the 9 keys to manifesting what you want. And I really guide you through that entire process. And then it also comes with some downloadable worksheets. And so you can listen to that on your smartphone, on your computer, tablet, in your car, wherever. And then you'll always have access to it as well. So no matter what the price is, when you click on it, whether it's $9.99 or $19.99, it's very, very worth it for that class. So make sure that you click down below and get the 9 keys to manifesting what you want. And then also, for those of you who are new, every Sunday I post the pick a card reading, where it's just a forecast of what's going on in the week up ahead. And so make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I have those videos and other videos as well that could be beneficial to your life. So I appreciate you so much for watching. And until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love.